where is Michael Jackson in Stranger Things? What prompted me to do this is the final season, which will be season 5, is filming in May. And I'm like, oh no, maybe somebody might see something and say, hey, we need to get Michael Jackson in there. Will there be Michael Jackson music or MJ references in Stranger Things? I hope so. The timeline, I don't want to give it away just in case you haven't seen Stranger Things. It shows exclusively on Netflix. 4 seasons have gone. I'm going to keep it real with you. I saw season 1 and 2. Then by the time we got to season 3, I was like, what the heck is this show about? So I gave up. So season 4 happened, which is actually last year, 2022. And my friends were like, no, Trish, don't give up. You're going to find out what all this is about in season 4. So as I'm going through all the seasons, and you're right, now that season 4 is completed, I love this series. I said, where the heck is Michael Jackson? Where is Michael Jackson? The timeline for the majority of the show, well, it's technically the late 70s, but the bulk of the timeline when we meet the main character is November 1983, and right now season 4, we're at March 1986. Can you believe there's not one Michael Jackson reference? Not one. So I did some digging. Where the hell is Michael Jackson? This show is set in the 80s. 86 was near the peak of his career and public speculation about his personal life. How is it that the show hasn't referenced Michael Jackson, the king of pop, not even once? Why isn't Michael Jackson anywhere to be seen? Why isn't he fighting the upside down? Well, that part we're not going to read because then the person started cursing. Hello. And where the heck is Michael freaking Jackson? I wasn't having it. I wasn't having it then, and I ain't having it now. But some of y'all should know this. There's a Michael Jackson reference. Hi everybody. We are back in my 80s vibe. We are chilling. We're back in the Stranger Things era or the thriller era. 1 second. Let me just put this down real quick. All right. So before we start yapping, because this is a 50 plus page presentation, I spent three days, I think, working on this. I learned some new skills though. Yay. Hello. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this person is still here. But thank you for stopping by. 3:30 a.m. in Belgium. That's late. Usually I'd be up 3 in the morning. This is why I look tired now. Oh, Snap got a super chat. Woo, woo. Thank you. Or super sticker. What's up, Georgie? Happy belated. What's up, Glitter Moon Bell? Glittery Boom. What's up? Oh, what's up? Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So we are doing something very new, something different. What's up? What's up? This is what took me so long. I can't say I'll never do this again, but I learned a lot of lessons. That's what I'm going to say to that. We are doing a dual live, and it's in 2 different formats. So basically, this is going out 4 different ways. What's up, baby boy? I really can't sing. The purpose of this is to let you guys know I'm somewhere else. Because the thing away how social media works, whether it be TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, you could be subscribed to me and you still may not get it. But subscribing helps. It just helps. It all helps. So with that being said, this is a dual live. One's on Gadget Trish and one's on I Love the Jackson. And it'll tell me where you guys are coming from. Right now, it looks like the majority of you guys are coming from I Love the Jackson. This is why I come to y'all. I'm just kidding. Okay, my bad. What about baby? what about baby boy? Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, this might be my hairstyle for something I'm gonna announce on this channel. I love all the decades of my life. I do, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little favoritism to the 80s era. One, because it was just a fun decade. And two, Michael freaking Jackson. Um, is even though he was introduced to the world in the 70s, Michael Jackson, the superstar, got introduced in the 80s. And just seeing him on the Motown 25 and Thriller in real time, I had to lie to my mom to go to my aunt's house in Harlem just to see this in real time. I was like, can I spend a night at Aunt Tane's house? Man, I was after seeing Thriller live. And so, what we would do. Hold on. My life is never over as a manager. I'm like, I did not see this. Jeez. Anyway, it was just, I don't know. My love for the Jackson 5 started actually in the 70s when I was a little kid. And when I was between like toddler little. Then in the 80s, I was a young kid, and my mom had the same love for the Jacksons, even though she was a very strict religious woman. She let us rock with the Jacksons. So, it's those little things that make you go, no. Let me see. Hold on. I have a different era for right. Well, everyone has their favorite eras. And like I said, all the eras are great. Um, Even though I'm not gonna say that, we're not gonna be messy today. I'm gonna be really good today. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna stay on topic. We're gonna be good today. We're gonna be positive, no drama, Trisha today. So moving forward, when there's a crossover in the fandoms, we are gonna have dual lives. For example, if you look on the I Love the Jackson Family, you see Home Alone 2. Home Alone and that whole Home Alone series definitely could have been on Gadgetish as well. Um, it doesn't really affect me financially because both these channels are monetized, but it's just a way to introduce, when you have different sets of friends, I'll be like, these are my movie going friends, and these are my Jackson family friends. And you guys have a lot in common. And it'd be nice to meet. And like I said, it's just a way to know, like, oh, I didn't know she had a Jackson channel, or I didn't know she had a gadget channel. It's just to let you know, hey, I'm here in these social media streets trying to pay some bills. So the question of the day, or one of the questions, because we have more. What was the last movie you saw? And as a matter of fact, are you guys moviegoers? Because I know this answer on my Gadgeters channel, but I'm wondering about you, Jackson fans. Are you guys moviegoers? Or are you guys more into streaming? I was going to congratulate Netflix about their merger with Warner Brothers, but right now, Paramount had put another trying to outbid him. It's a hot mess right now. Could you imagine? You're like, yeah, I own Warner Brothers, dear, and then they're like, no. More likely, I think Netflix is going to win, but it's so messed up how this whole thing is playing out. I'm kind of indifferent to the whole Netflix taking over Warner Brothers. Like, I don't know. From what I know, Netflix is the number one streaming service in the United States, and I think Warner Brothers / HBO is the third. And so, I think one of the reasons why there was some pushback because they were saying it was more of a monopoly thing kind of going. There's some other stuff I'd rather not get into. Again, we ain't trying to be messy. So, yeah. Good luck, whoever gets Warner Brothers, beautiful IP. They got all the superhero stuff. I think Harry Potter, just you name it. Oh my God, what's that one with the dragons? Oh, I can't forget about it. I think it has the word dragon in it. But good luck, and I'll keep y'all posted, especially on Gadget Church. I saw Zootopia too. Yes, it's very good. I love that one. I saw Wicked for Good. I saw that one too. I love the 70s and 80s for raw energy and Michael's Chaos World. I love the 90s for the pure, masterful dancing and deep artistry. Okay. I love your answer. Um, and are you guys more movie goers? Like, do you guys go to the actual movie theaters, or you're like, I'm just gonna wait till it streams on my favorite platform? Because one of the things I'm noticing as a movie goer, there is a movie community, but it's fading, just like retail brick and mortar is fading. Um, but I think there's a possibility to save anything. I think if you are a place that has some level of socializing, then you just pretty much have to take it to the next level. Pull a Michael Jackson, take your business to the next level. And I think, unfortunately, I don't think people are adapting quick enough. Like, I work in retail, and I think it's so sad how slow it is right now. I'm just like, is the store open? And so I remember yesterday, all we did was, I mean, of course I worked, like, I do stock. Even though I'm a manager, can I be honest? I'm mainly a stock girl, just with a better title and some more money. But they had no shipment, so we unpacked what we could, and then I went home. It wasn't, for this time of the year, usually I'm stressed out. Nobody's really in the stores. They're in the streets though. New York is crowded as hell. Do not come to New York City unless you really want to see something. I am a moviegoer. I love having the memories and experience to see it on the large screens. Heck yeah. As of now, I don't usually go to the movie theaters often. The last movie I saw was Karate Kids Legends, but my family and I are going to see Michael biopic. Absolutely. And Zootopia too. Now listen, did I see the teaser? Did I? Heck yeah. Several times. And we might even play it before I go. So my last movie was Zootopia. This was suggested by my YouTube partner, Tori. Actually, I really like it. I don't know if I'll be able to go back because I usually like to see a movie at least 2 times. Especially if it's a new release. It just depends on my schedule. Even though work is not as busy, it's still busy, if that makes any sense. I love movies. I go to the movie theaters and I love eating popcorn too. My grandmother used to say there's not a movie without popcorn. I 100% agree with that. And it's funny, well, I consider myself a Dr. Sabi influence eater, but I just found out that I have sensitivities to a lot of the foods that I eat on the Dr. Sabi list. So now I have to learn to eat all over again. So now I just barely eat. I don't even know how to eat anymore. And so, like, if you eat a lot of foods that you're like sensitive to, as I do, sometimes you could develop inflammation. And so, if you ever see me, I got this huge belly, like I'm pregnant, and I have a feeling if I take this stuff out for 6 months to a year, this will fix the problem. But I ain't detoxing until January. New you, new me. I'm in a new mindset, yes, but we are still eating food. We're just eating a lot less of it. I'm glad you thought it was a good movie for both. Yes. And you know what's funny? I'm not really a big cartoons person. You would have never guessed that, for as animated as I am and as childlike as I could be at times. But I really like this movie. So I would suggest watching Zootopia 2. Of course, if you have Disney Plus, go see part 1. And if you don't have Disney Plus, if you go to Amazon, I think it's half price if you want to buy it, or just rent it for like $3, $4. But I really like this one. That was my movie fit. I did a green and blue fit with the little sports sack zebra printed bag. It's funny, at the last minute I'm like, I'm just gonna go. So the outfit looks a little crazy. I literally just got it out the hamper. I was like, hope I don't stink. And then I just went out the house. But now the outfit's back in the hamper. But it smelled good for what it's worth. So the hot topic, at least in the world of Michael Jackson fans and even moviegoers, was the Michael Jackson biopic. And so we had, just in case you didn't see it, we had 2 lives on this channel One was the updates, and the other was the Michael Jackson wish list. That was actually collaboration in dual live with me and MJ Fangirl, and the Michael updates was with me and Toy from Invincible Jacksons. There are a couple of things I want to highlight that's relevant to both audiences, so let's get into that. I did like that one. Actually, I'm going to see that one for the third time. Again, I don't know when, but I'm going to say that for the third time. I really like that. I want to do a watch party on Gadgetrish for The Wizard of Oz. I honestly wish they had a Wiz reference in there. I get it. The Wiz is like the Harlem version of it, of The Wizard of Oz, but y'all could have did. I mean, there were some certain things I researched. There was nods to the Wiz, but I wanted a flat out reference. But what could you do? I hate special custom popcorn like Bobby popcorn. They are expensive. I had one custom popcorn at the Regal only to find out it wasn't vegan. So it's funny, like when I don't know why I didn't do it at the theater. I think it was the caramel popcorn. I went to work and I'm like, oh, you guys could have it. Now, the thing about my sensitivity to dairy, it's the trickiest sensitivity I have. It's the only one where I will throw up in real time. So, can I have a very small amount of dairy? Sure. But like the other day, here's a true confession from a vegan. So the other day I went to Taco Bell and I got those French fries with the nacho cheese. Like a dummy, I said, "Oh, let me just dip the cheese." Taco Bell cheese isn't real. I should be fine. Within 5 minutes, I swear on everything I love, I started doing that thing where you're about to throw up. So I go to the counter and I go, "Excuse me, can I get some water?" And at first she wasn't going to give me the cup. I think she saw the explosive vomit that was going to project her way if I didn't get this cup for water. So it confirmed that I'm super sensitive, specifically to cheese. Cheese is like, me and cheese don't like each other at all. Like at all. I only had like three dips of this fake nacho processed cheese, and I still got sick. So yeah, I'm probably staying a vegan for life. We're done. At least I tried to be opened. I said, well, I haven't had dairy in 7 years. I should be fine. No, still gets nauseous. But I do buy Moonwalk popcorn if they make a thing. Anything they sell for the Michael Jackson biopic, whether it's special drinks, um, popcorn buckets, gourmet popcorn, dishes. If it's vegan, I'm in there. The only thing is I'm concerned about the money, but I do have at least one of my credit cards rewards is AMC gift cards. So I'm definitely going to cash that out. I'm hoping all my credit cards have AMC gift cards because normally if I love a film, I could spend up to $200 in buckets and merch. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So, in case you missed the lives on my last two lives, because I've been gone for a minute, um, we discussed about what we hope to see in the Michael Jackson popcorn buckets, what was our biopic wish list, things that we wanted to see, and my favorite topic, movie fits. Now, even though fits was brief, we were just talking about how are we going to dress for the Michael Jackson biopic. And just in case you guys are coming from my other channel and don't know about this, we here to slay. We are here to slay. So not we, Strangeya and Invincible Jacksons have come together for something called the Mike Gala. Now, I'm not going to lie, these are not the best examples. I would say Rocky with the white hat really embodies the whole Mike Gala thing. But if we're thinking about doing gowns and just sequins and going ridiculous. But these outfits here are suitable, especially like what Honey's wearing. Honey's wearing that long yellow tutu, like with the sunflowers. That's a Michael Jackson reference, as you guys know. The girls on the left by Rocky, that's from a Michael Jackson boat party. And Shelly and MJ Fangirl, they're wearing stuff from the Sapphire party in Vegas. And actually, that's me in Vegas from a few years before, the one with the mask. I don't know why I have a thing for mask and mystery, but whatever. And in the middle, it's solely and not in our thriller gear. There is no wrong or right answer on how to dress for your version of the biopic. But hey guys, I do want to encourage going all out. Whether you just do something over the top, like a Met Gala, Mike Gala type of thing, or if you do something like this. Now, this is from the Thriller 3D that we saw September 8th, 21st in 2018. The Michael Jackson fans in New York had us, gather as a group at 34th Street, and nobody had no assignment. People just showed up like it's for real. And so this is, to New Yorkers, this is our normal. If there's something for Michael Jackson, we're showing out. For me personally, if anything's going on, I'm showing out. This is just who I really am. So I have an MJ dish. Okay. I think once I'm alone in an apartment, I currently apply for a screening fee. I think I'm going to go to the movies more often because it's lucky you. Listen, y'all, pray for me. I found a very affordable house. Something I could really afford. The problem is I'm in a lot of debt and I need to make more money. So I'm praying because it would put me in Midtown. And I'm like, that would be, and it's actually cheaper by this place by a couple of $100. Um, so we'll see if it's in God's will. I will be closer to those theaters. I was like, this is awesome. I know New York is expensive, but if you're resourceful, if you live in New York and if you live in a situation where you don't make a lot of money, sometimes that could be to your advantage. You can there's something called New York Connect, where they have programs to get real affordable housing. And so you could make up to six figures. That's how you know you live in a rich city, where you can make six figures and you're still poor. They have Mitchell Lamas in there. They have, I think they have programs for first time buyers, and there's resources. So, yeah, if it's meant to be, you'll find me. If not, that's all right. I'm still close enough to the theater. But that's freaking awesome, man. I'm doing a thriller look, as you should. I am. I don't know if you guys noticed. I will do a thriller look for almost every other Michael Jackson event. I don't care. My friend Dave, who's no longer with us, he passed away. Me and Dave used to always have thriller jackets. Like, we wasn't even trying to make this hard. I paid $32 for my thriller jacket at Party City, and I made sure I wore it until it fell apart. Like, I'll spend money, but at the same time, I'm gonna wear what I buy until it falls apart. Thank you. Um, so we are going to talk a little bit about the Thriller Challenge. I know it's 2026 is literally 3 weeks away, and the Thriller Challenge is about 10 months away. And the only reason why I bring this up is part of our success was strategizing early. Now, when I say us, it was really the powers that be, AJ and her amazing people that work for her all the time. I kind of just jumped in at the last minute. But there is a group of people that are constantly strategizing. They expand it more to Europe and other parts of the world, because even though we are trying to chart in the United States, we are also trying to chart globally. So, this is an opportunity just to get the word out, because with the biopic coming, with fans, getting excited about Michael Jackson again, Michael Mania happening all over again, this is just a great way to know about how, if you ever wonder, how do the fans know stuff? Because we're in the community already. And so I'm here just to let you know there is a Michael Jackson community like no other. I've been part of it heavily since 2009. Awesome group of people to meet, just crazy. The apartment that I applied for is affordable housing. Pray I get accepted. I will, man. It's this year has gotten tough, and it's only going to get tougher because we lost something very important this year in the White House, and now people's medical premiums are going to go up. This is crazy. Like, so all I could say is, start. In my case, I'm looking for a place more affordable, and I'm always looking for second jobs or better opportunities to make more money. So just throwing that out there. So our goal for 2026 is to get Thriller to number one. Now, for this year, we got Michael Jackson's Thriller in the top 10. So this is monumentally big only because now Michael Jackson has been in the top 10 for now 6 distinct decades. And that would not be possible without moonwalkers. And of course, let's give it up to the casual too. People were just playing Thriller because it was in the Thriller-ween era. But what makes this charting a little bit more epic, this charted after Halloween. So Halloween only was one day. This song was still charting after Halloween. So this is where the moonwalkers and the power of the moonwalkers come in. And I mean, of course, let's give credit to the normies and the casuals. This is a big old ecosystem that made this possible. We have a moonwalkers station head. You could just go in there anytime, 24/7. They are blasting Michael Jackson. Sometimes they have special events, special charting events. Of course, for Thriller Challenge, there will be special formatting just for that. So we're not going to get into detail. Just put that in the back of your mind. We have a Michael Jackson station head. Check it out and be part of that community. So coming soon, Michael Jackson number ones will be on vinyl, red and black limited editions. So I don't know who's going to be getting this, but this is just something great if you're a collector. Now TJ must have wanted me to cry on the floor when he had his newest single drop. And I wanted to highlight TJ because TJ and I unfortunately have some certain things in common, including both our parents being passed away before the age of 50, which is still mind-blowing to me. And he wrote this single talking about the ones, like how love carries on when someone passes away. Initially, I was crying, and I want to keep playing the song, but I can't stop crying. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful song. And if you guys are not familiar with TJ's from the famous group 3T, and now he's doing his own music. Now I hope he'll be doing music with his brothers again, but honestly, as soloist, he's doing great as well. Him and his brothers also have this foundation. It's called the Dee Jackson Foundation. It's in honor of their mother who passed away when they were teenagers. This organization, which is ddj.org, it focuses on helping children navigate through grief. You guys know navigating through grief is something I'm passionate about because it's not easy to do. Sometimes we feel stuck. Sometimes we feel like there's no tools. But if you go to that website, they also have the links on their YouTube channel. And part of my healing journey, and it's still going. Things like this take a while to really navigate through, but part of my healing journey came from these YouTube posts. And they would talk to people who lost their children, who lost their parents, who lost their spouses, they even talk about loss of jobs. You lose your job, sometimes you can go homeless. So, your old life, basically, when you lose something, your life, your former life is redefined, right? And so the greater the bond you have with somebody, the greater the loss. And so parents are usually one of the biggest losses because your parents, especially your mother, she birthed you. Some of you guys are very close to your dad, some of you close to your mom, but whoever is the dominating parent in your life, that's the one that impacts how you feel. The same thing goes for spouses and children. That's why when certain deaths happen, some people can't snap out of it because they're paralyzed by the grief. And so if you're one of those people who want to just see what tools are out there or help this organization, you have a couple extra dollars, this is one I would recommend to donate to. And if you don't have the money to donate, just check it out. It might be able to help you, especially if you're grieving. What's up, Profess? Good evening. I'm behind on everything Jackson related except for the teaser trailer. Well, you are not alone. I haven't been on this channel for a minimum 2 weeks. I haven't really been around because I'm working on Gadgetrish and just I have a collaboration now with a vegan company, so I'm just working on a lot of stuff. So I'm not around for a reason, but hopefully it's all good stuff. Spreading the word is just as important as funding. Absolutely. What's up, One Glove? Especially now, like a lot of you guys are going through stuff because you're affected by grief. A lot of us lost people because of the pandemic or the I don't know how to phrase this. The effects of the pandemic, because I know I can't say certain things. And unfortunately, you can't relate to the song that TJ wrote or the services that are available on this website. So, from one person's grieving personally to those that can relate to what I'm saying, please reach out. We all need help and we all need healing in one form of another. So, shout out to 3T for honoring their mom in this way. It's one way to keep someone's legacy alive. Another organization I'm super excited about is the Hill Los Angeles Foundation. They help with educational and self-care type programs. One of the things that I know that I benefit from from my childhood are programs like this that were in New York. Um, I don't I will never classify my parents as poor, but they weren't rich. And there was four of us in total. My mom put us in private school, or my mom and dad put us in private school. And then there wasn't too much money left over. You know, education should be the key thing, correct? And so programs like this will help you. Like for example, I got to go away to a snow camp, or just go away and camp. Go away camp is very expensive. People like this donate to these organizations so kids can go to certain things like snow camp, and sometimes they have the kids at the Havenhurst household for the popcorn nights. They do the toy drive around this year. They do so many things for the kids, and there's just certain things they just do in general. And this is able by our donations. Now, there's several ways you can go about this. You can donate on the website. You can become a member. They have a 777 club. You could also go to events like This Is Thriller. So if you ever went online and be like, how did these people get in the Palace Mall? Or how did these people get in the Havenhurst household? We make a donation to this organization and they actually let us experience. Now, This Is Thriller is the most affordable event so far. They had tickets as low as $59. Now, the popcorn series, it ranged from 500 to 800, depends what year you went. That's more of a luxury type thing, but in exchange you get a beautiful movie experience. Sometimes Prince Jackson's there, one time Taj was there, John Moodle is there, which is the president of this organization. And most important, you get to meet other moonwalkers that are passionate about the Jackson family legacy in the Jackson Havenhurst home. And I think that's really the treat, just to be able to experience history in that way with other fans. I cannot put that in words. And so these are just some of the pictures from Hill Los Angeles about their programs. Sometimes they'll have a cooking program where they'll provide the family with gift cards for food, and then they'll have someone to teach them how to make the meals. Sometimes it's on a video conference. It looks like it's a video conference type thing, but it's almost like those what's that thing where they give you those food services. You pay for it though, but instead of paying for it, it's given to the kids. uh yoga, just mental health things, just giving them tools to be able to navigate through childhood. And I think being a child in this era is even harder because they have social media, there's different pressures. It's just different. It's just not as easy as it was for us who grew up in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. It's gotten tough in these streets. And so they do have a new option. You can see if your employers provide a match. If your employees are willing to match your donations, reach out to John Moodle's email and get that set up. But this is another organization. Love, love, love. Yes, I am a real customer. Yes, I pay for my tickets. Yes, I go. Like, and last but not least, we have a very Neverland Christmas with Brad. I believe it's a streaming session, not in the studio session, but that's in a couple of days. If you want to check out his prices, there's the information. Ooh. I took yoga when I was in college. I also did lots of dance classes. I think yoga is so helpful, especially if you have a stressful life. And I love dancing too. Those are really great stress relievers. I'm glad you got to experience those things. That's actually awesome, Kel. Um, if you guys want to see the Home Alone I feel like Home Alone has become the iconic movie. You know how Mariah Carey's known for that Christmas song? I feel like this is like his niche with this movie. He's in Brooklyn. This, if you guys don't know, this is also Paris Jackson's goddad. So if you got the money, you want to go to Brooklyn, you get to see the movie with him there. That's going to be so cool. McCollin in the building. And if you also want to see classic movies, AMC is offering discounted tickets for December. Now, if you're part of that A-listers club, this does count. You don't have, it's not free, but it's free for your membership. And so I will definitely be signing up for some movies for the holidays to see in theaters. So if you guys are not familiar, they do have discounted offerings from chains like AMC, Alamo, Regal. I belong to an A-lister. I pay about $28 a month. I get to see up to 16 movies a month for only $28.99. The only issue, it could get tricky. Like, for example, I'm seeing advanced movies, so it won't let me book 4 movies for the week. But once I see a movie, it'll start opening up. It's a little tricky sometimes, but it's something I'm still learning to master. I say all that, if you're on a budget, if you can pump out a little bit of money, at least you have some form of entertainment. You guys know I do the outfit fits every time I go. 90% of the stuff I own already. I'm not buying new clothes. I'm just matching up the posters, making it fun, making it festive. And I mean, life is what you make it. If you put a lot of effort into it, you get a lot back. You put a little effort into it, you get a little back. So I just go all out with everything I do because I want to experience life to the fullest. I don't care if it's at a movie theater. I don't care if it's at work. I don't care if it's in my home. This is how you elevate your own life. And this is for free. Not the movie, but just elevating your life is free. They have something new at AMC called the AMC Popcorn Pass. You pay about $30 for the year, and then you get the popcorn, a large popcorn, or one large popcorn every day. And it came out in New York to be $5.39. I got my first thing of popcorn, and my greedy behind already ate it. If you're an A-lister, you can get one free refill. So basically, you're getting 2 popcorns for $5.39 if you're an A-lister. So I use my I actually had food credit because I'm seeing that Stranger Things movie, which we'll talk about in a second. I used that credit because I had 2 credits of $40, and that's how I got my popcorn pass. It worked out. And so I would like to know, what do you guys plan to do for this New Year's? I'm curious before I reveal what's going on. What's going on? Hey, what's up, Jackson George? Are you going to be doing stuff online? Are you going out? Are you brave enough to go to Times Square? I went to Times Square one time. It had to be -0. Me and my friends had patent leather outfits. So now all the cold is attracted to our freaking thighs, because who wears patent leather on the coldest day of the freaking year? And so we finally get to 42nd, only to discover the streets are all blocked off and we're freezing. So then we went to this ghetto spot called Kennedy Chicken. We took a bunch of pictures. We had a blast. We laughed at the stupid situation. I don't think we will ever go to 42nd Street again unless we got like some hookup to just go. I know my boyfriend at the time, he actually works those days and he gets a hookup because he's working the freaking event. But if you're not working it or got the VIP pass, you might want to skip on that. Regal Cinema also has unlimited subscription for $21 a month. I believe you get 10% off concession. That's actually really cool. That is, if I had money, I would do both because essentially the tickets cost $30. If you guys don't know, movie theater tickets in New York are $30. So let's say you don't want to do the AMC A-lister thing, $30 a month. You can do I think it's $15 for the year, the AMC stud membership, and you get half price movies on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So whether you want to do the free tier, the low tier, or the premium, which I consider the monthly subscriptions, minimum. I know Regal has a free one, so I get to do discounted movies on Tuesday, half price on the popcorn on Tuesdays. And then AMC, which you guys can probably tell by the footage, I'm always freaking there. Plus AMC has more theaters, a lot more theaters, so that it just makes more sense for me. I'm going to catch up with Stranger Things season 5, and that's so cool. Staying home. Listen, I was going to stay home, but we'll get into that in a second. I work for Regal. That's how I know. That's what's up. Y'all, by far, you guys are the nicest movie chain ever. So freaking nice, man. I'm gonna do Michael Jackson New Year's fan made show. That's what's up. If you have a flyer for that, please get that out to me as soon as possible so we can put that in the next live so people know where to go. Regal has $5 movies on Tuesdays and 50. Yeah, heck yeah. That so I was doing that kind of stuff until I became a member. What made me upgrade to the A-lister is the tickets got expensive and my little $10 movies became 15. I'm like, well, if I do 2 movies, I just might as well do a membership. Now, if you guys been following my gadgetry stuff, I'm always doing more than 2 movies a month. So it is what it is. I'm going to catch up with Stranger Things for Christmas and New Year. That's what's up. Listen, season 4 is long as hell. It took me 2 days. I was watching the first 3 seasons super easy. That 4th one? And actually, I'm rewatching Stranger Things again, but slow this time. Because you'll miss a lot of details trying to binge. So if you could start now. Dag, it's cold. Yo, so I don't know. Well, my brother doesn't live in New York anymore, but he lives in a place where it's hot. He said it's cold there too. My God, it's freezing in New York, man. I was like, bruh. But it's supposed to be cold in New York, at least this side of the country. I just watched season 4 the other day, and I think I have to finish the last episode of season 4. It's a long one. I'm watching church online for New Year's. That's what's up. My church used to do stuff like that's what I used to do on New Year's. And then it's like, I guess that's another thing the pandemic changed. I was like, what happened? So I don't know. All right. One of the best New Year's deals you can get. Well, actually, the cheapest is actually just staying home. But some of us, we're just like, you know what? I'm here for something inexpensive and unique. The last episode or the season finale will be airing in movie theaters, select movie theaters at 8 p.m., just like the show. So you're going to buy a $20 food voucher. Technically, you're not paying for the movie. This is how they're going to get you. This is how I got. So what happened? The ticket sold out so fast. I got desperate and I got the ticket for New Year's Day. Then out of nowhere, they added more shows, like a lot more shows. So I'm like, no, I want to be there New Year's Eve. I want to be with the fans, whatever. So when I tried to get my money back, they were like, nah, sis, it's a non-refundable ticket. So I already spent my food voucher money, but yeah, don't book it unless you're 100% sure you're going to be there. You're not going to be able to get your money back. I know some people have said they were able to get their money back from Cinemark, but I don't know. Yeah, so it's non-refundable. But the cool thing is, essentially, you're getting food and the screening of the finale for $20. That's actually a great deal. Yeah, I heard season 5 is so freaking good. I actually saw 3 of the 4 episodes. I want to do the 4th one as a watch party on Gadget Church for sure. So if you were one of those people and you're like, dang, I wanted to see the finale in the movie theaters, you could still do it. Just know that your A-listers will not apply. If you have AMC gift cards, it will not apply. You have to use a credit card. You might be able to use your AMC gift card in a movie theater if you book it in person. But when I try to book online, they would not let me use my gift card. I had to spend $40 that I didn't have, to be honest. I was like, no. So thank God I've been doing eBay. So my eBay money is connected to the credit card where this drama happened, but I was low-key pissed. I only wanted to spend $20. So keep in mind, because they, especially if you go to like Kiss Bay, 34th Street, there's a couple of theaters. They have shows, 2 8 o'clock shows, 8:10 show, 8:15 show, 8:30 show, 8:45, right? That's 6 shows. That means everybody got food vouchers and all these screenings sold out. So basically that concession stand is going to be hell. Like hell on earth. It's going to be upside down in the movie theater. What I would say to you, get there an hour early. I would avoid hot food at all costs. Maybe get your popcorn. If you have your little popcorn pass, get your $5.39 popcorn, get yourself a little drink, maybe grab some candy. If I love the vegan chicken nuggets, those are actually delicious cold. Like, try to pick foods that can do well cold. If you get to that concession stand at 7:45 and think you're going to be in your screening at 8 o'clock, I have bad news for you. Everybody got a food voucher. That is part of the package. And so once I realized this nonsense, I'm going to be there maybe an hour and a half early. Maybe get my little popcorn, get my little nuggets, maybe sneak in some homemade rice or something. Because I was like, I prefer French fries, but I don't like cold French fries, and I'm not trying to get no concession at the last minute. And some theaters cannot handle volume. You've been warned. So get there minimum hour early. You can connect with the fandom. You could do photo ops. You could just make the best out of it. Come in there with like a freaking, speaker and play the Spotify strangers list thing, and everybody just dance in the theater. The only thing is, once the movie starts, be respectful. Please don't be doing no chicken jockey stuff, throwing popcorn everywhere. Just make it a fun New Year's Eve or day, but don't do it at the cost of making the workers work harder. I used to work in the movie theater for 5 years. It's a tough job. It doesn't pay enough. I hope AMC pays these people time and a half. I hope Stranger Things can give them a swag bag. Like, this is, especially the theaters that got like 6 shows within a freaking hour. That's ridiculous. And the concession stand's going to pay for this? Come on now. Time and a half better be mandatory on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I'm just throwing that out there because that's not right. Let me see. Yeah, definitely check it out. I really like the show. I still have no idea what this daggone show's about. I don't know if the upside down is a dimension or is it hell? Because I'm positive you can't go back and forth in hell like it's a portal. But if anybody knows what the upside down is, just let me know. They wouldn't let us use a gift card online. That's crazy. Yeah, they wouldn't. And so, especially since my money's tight, it did hurt me. But the good news is I did sell something. I made a nice profit on eBay recently, so I'll just put the $40 back, but it was low-key annoying. Um, it doesn't pay enough. I can't emphasize that enough. Yes, they do pay us time and a half on the holidays for Regal at least. Yeah, I did the theater business in the mid 90s, and it was too much of a thankless job, bro. It was like, especially now, I think movie theaters should be paying even more because now you got to deal with popcorn, the popcorn bucket culture, which is like the sneaker culture, and people having crash outs when things sell out. And so I don't know. I think they should be giving people extra money for who work on the weekends. Like, for example, Trader Joe's pays $10 extra when you work on Sundays. I think you should be paying people extras when they work those key days because they're stressed out. I think it should be one rate Monday to Thursday and another rate Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm just throwing it out there. I used to work in a concession stand and the box office. They don't really have box office anymore because everything's like online, but it wasn't in the 90s. But come on. I think the concessionists and the people who clean the theaters, I'm sorry, they need a raise. Yeah, I think AMC got it worse, especially 42nd Street, 25 movie house. No, no. Um, last year now I was watching Stranger Things. Five Nights at Freddy came out last night, and we were still having people ask if they have merch. That's crazy. Yeah, hell yeah. The worst theater. If you want peace of mind, do not go to 42nd Street AMC. Unless it's on the weekdays. Weekends, you're going to feel it. You're going to be at that concession stand in a minute. Now, granted, you guys see me there a lot, but I'm from here. But I would say my favorite theater, more luxury, is the IMAX at 62nd. You have your own private concession stand, your own private bathroom. You're at the very top, biggest IMAX theater in the freaking city. It's amazing. And the staff is, you could tell they train them to be different. It's like luxury for real. So let's talk Stranger Thing movie fits. I encourage y'all, just like the Michael Jackson biopic, to go crazy. Here's some ideas. You can get merch from Netflix itself or Hot Topics or Amazon. Make sure I have my Casio calculator watch on. The same calculator watch reference that's in Stranger Things, it's also the same reference in Back to the Future. And I was like, I brought this recently for a Back to the Future fit. It was like $30. And so that's really cool. If you guys don't have 80s clothes, go to your nearest thrift store. You can probably get a full outfit for like $10, $20. I think I know what I want to wear. I think I know I want to wear. But have fun. Like, you're going to the theaters, an experience. People spend millions of dollars to make these films for us, to entertain us. Why not make it a thing? And I mean, it doesn't have to be nothing crazy. Even if you don't want to like match the posters, just put on makeup. Just look like you care. And it's so funny. All my coworkers think I have a new boyfriend because I'm always dressed up. I'm dressing up for me. I'm dating myself exclusively until God says otherwise. Look good for you. You don't have to be in a relationship to look good. Have fun. So, um, if you don't want to do the 80s reference or the t-shirt thing, you could also, there's also other references in there like ET or Jaws or Back to the Future, Ghostbusters. And of course, the super fans, if they see y'all in some of this stuff, they're gonna freaking like, they're gonna be like, no, you didn't. Now, even though there's a Michael Jackson reference, we're gonna get there in a second. I'm hoping that the reference I'm looking for is in episodes 5, 6, or 7. We'll find out. But what I can tell you about the finale is at least 2 hours and 17 minutes. So if you guys are catching an 8 o'clock show, unless you live deep, deep, deep in the city, you can be home by midnight, right? If it starts at 8, 9, 10. Yeah, if you live about an hour away, you can be home exactly at midnight. Now, if you guys want to stay in New York City and be part of that Times Square's insanity, that's up to you. I know as soon as this movie's over, I am out. I am out. I'm not even trying to mess with New York like that. Initially I was going to stay home and do a live, but what I might do is just do a live after I come out the theater. Like I said, I should be home around midnight and maybe do a dual live with both Gadget Trish and I Love the Jackson, and we could just talk about whatever, you know? So the intro that came out was something I did from February, I believe 18th. I'm just going to say 2023. And I just for references, I just changed the thumbnail to this just in case you're like, it looks different now. So that was the original from 2 years ago. I just updated it the other day. Where is Michael Jackson in Stranger Things? And so if you guys don't want to see that whole long live, essentially what happened was they did want Michael Jackson reference in Stranger Things. And what happened was the estate was charging them a lot of money to have that reference. So we just end up having no reference. And so maybe because the show's more successful, we now have a reference. And so let's get into that. I actually have a Mike Willard doll that I ordered. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know what's crazy? This might be the first franchise that I won't be collecting. I have maybe a t-shirt and that's it. Just because I'm not clear what the Upside Down is. And then like they have that Hellraiser stuff and I'm like, I'm not wearing a shirt with a devil on it. Like, what are we doing? So yeah, you know how I feel about that stuff, y'all. So I was like, I'll watch it, but it's like I ain't buying merch. So at least I got a t-shirt. It says Stranger Things. It was like $5-10. We're done. But I know for me, I'm probably just going to do a reference. It could be a Jaws reference. It could be a Michael Jackson reference, keeping it real with you. So I just know whatever I have in my house, that's what we're wearing. So we are going to go to one of our favorite TikTokers, Brandon, to share the reference just in case you don't have Netflix. If you guys are watching the replay, it may not be here because there is copyright music in here. So we'll find out if YouTube takes us away from me. But just in case you are on watching the replay, if it's not here, it's because I had to get cut out. It is what it is. With that being said, let's watch an edited version of Brandon's TikTok.
AKA Rockin' Robin. Oh, they're actually the first song they play of Stranger Things is a Jackson 5 song. This is perfect. Already a great start to the season.
Movies with The Wiz, which
The Wiz mentioned.
Flopperoni, but in my personal
great
opinion,
movie.
I still dig it. I mean, Michael Jackson's
The Wiz is really good, dude.
Give it a chance.
Stranger Things, after I don't know how many years, finally acknowledged that when you're in the 80s, you're talking Michael Jackson. They actually didn't play a Michael Jackson song. They didn't mention him in The Scarecrow, which is amazing. You know, that was in the 70s, but they also did play a Jackson 5 song. So they kind of covered, you know, Michael Jackson, Jackson 5, all in about 5 minutes of the first freaking episode. That's how you start a show. The first song they put is a Michael Jackson, Jackson 5 song. That's exactly how you do it. I'm so happy. I like it. This is why the show is peaked. They finally realized, wait a minute, we're in the 80s. Let's play an actual Michael Jackson thing.
Well, they always realized Michael is the 80s, but it came at a big cost. And so, like I said, I don't know if they had the money to do it. I am very happy that we got a J5 Michael Jackson. Let's break all this stuff down. We had a couple of references in here. All right, let's get into Rockin' Robin. So this is a 1972 cover. It reached number 2 on the Billboards and number 1 on the Cashbox charts. And it became the biggest solo hit from the Got to Be There album. By the way, Got to Be There came out in 71. And so it sold millions of copies, and the original version was by Bobby Day. So these were one of those top hits. Remember, Michael Jackson charted in 6 different decades, this was one of the songs that charted. Another reference we got was the Wiz or the Scarecrow, or for us Wicked for Good fans, Fiero. Fiero, even though I'm sure that was not the Scarecrow's name, but it's an inside joke. Anytime you see a Scarecrow, you sing Fiero. Anyway, so that's great. We actually have an actual Michael Jackson song or a Jackson 5 song. Michael Jackson being the lead. We actually have his name mentioned, one of his movies, and the movie being given being shown love. So it's a couple of wins here. The only thing is the actual reference we were looking for was Thriller. So here's my question. Well, not question. There are some clues it might come out. So let's get into those clues. Well, a couple of fans, even though they like the Upside Down song from Diana Ross, some of you messy fans wanted this version. So we are going to play this version of The Boss. Let's go. You could feel that chemistry on that stage, on steroids. I was like, ooh, upside down, you're turning me. Welcome back, baby boy. So what is the importance of featuring Michael Jackson in Stranger Things? Well, the importance of this channel is to make sure that the legacy of not only Michael Jackson, but the Jackson family is acknowledged. There was some weird energy, like you could tell they were like people were trying to erase them, and I'm like, no. So let's get into some of the reasons why it's important, or the significance of Michael Jackson and Stranger Things. He defined the 80s pop culture landscape, period. Stranger Things is built in the 80s. Michael Jackson just wasn't part of the 80s. He shaped it. Including him would instantly amplify the show's, and I can't even get it, authenticity. I can't even say it, whatever. And it matters because he was and is the world's biggest music star in the 80s, and is his sound, his vision, his fashion as are the decade. And I mean, even though people like Kate Bush, the Metallics, and the Clash elevated key scenes, Michael Jackson's music could anchor any emotion or intense storyline. There's a real world narrative arc from fans like us. We have been pointing out for years that Stranger Things had zero Michael Jackson references, even though he was everywhere in that era. So to finally have this reference in season 5, it's the big payoff. It's something that was long overdue. Again, it wasn't the creators' fault. It was just they could not afford whatever the fees they were trying to put on this to have him featured in there. And it just basically it's just something that was long overdue. It's just like there's no way that you have a show like that and Michael's not there. I mean, everyone was featured but Michael. So I'm glad however they found a way to get Michael in there. I'll take what we can get. So this awesome fan on TikTok believes we are going to get Thriller. Let's see what evidence he found, because sometimes merch placement can be the reason why things are spoiled. But let's go.
Tell me why I'm at the Stranger Things section in Target, and I see... What do you guys see here? What do you guys see? That's gotta be a sign. That's a sign. Because why else would it be down there with the Stranger Things stuff?
Okay. There's another TikToker. So on Spotify, if you look up the playlist, you will see Rockin' Robin. But there was one fan, I think it was a slip up. There was one fan who saw Thriller on there. And I'll point out in a second. I know everything about Stranger Things cast concept, but haven't I haven't even watched a single episode. That's funny. Again, what is the show about? It's like, what? This girl, I want to blow this up. This girl pretty much was like, excuse me, y'all. Thriller's on the Spotify playlist. But when I went back, it wasn't there. Now I never saw it, so I can't be a witness to what this girl saw, but she has her screenshots. So my question of the day is, do you think the Thriller will be featured in season 5 of Stranger Things? Is that little clue from Target or that slip up on Spotify evidence that we might see it? No, I've watched this several times. But even when I went on like AI, I was like, what the hell is the upside down? Like, what are we in hell or are we in a dimension? What? It's a good show if that makes any sense. I think it's the nostalgia of the 80s that works, good casting. And then you're just trying to figure out what the hell is this about. They said episode 4 of season 5 is so peak that I think it's the highest rated show on Netflix to play. I have to look that up. I'll look that up for the next Stranger Things live. But I was like, yo. So there is a hint that we might actually get Thriller between now and the finale. Which means if y'all want to dress up like Michael Jackson, if you're going to see, even if you're doing Stranger Things in your freaking house on New Year's Eve, dress up like Michael Jackson. Like when we have theme parties in this house, we get dressed up as if we're going to the theater. I even have pajamas for themes. Like we have themed clothes. I thought they would have played Thriller in the earlier season during the Halloween episode. No, I think the most they were able to do was do Thriller for a teaser for season 2. But they said even that was expensive. I can't imagine what they're charging for because I mean, this show I'm sure is getting money. Like this is like the show. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm never a fan of Upside Down. I don't know why. Listen, my aunt said Upside Down was hell, and I'm like, logically that makes sense. Cause it's like, well, where are we and why are we here? I mean, we know why we're here. The main, well, I don't want to give it away. There is a reason why we're here, but I think my question is, where are we? Like, so we know why the situation happened without giving stuff away, but now I need to know, where are we? Are we in a dimension? Are we in hell? Are we in the in between? We know we're in the upside down, but is the upside down? Like, I don't know. Am I thinking too hard about this? I know it's a fictional horror, but dang, right? So I don't know why the estate is charging so much. I think in this case, if I was the estate, I would have lowered the fee. You'll get the money back in streams. You'll get the money back in product. I don't know. I don't know how these things work, but I don't know. They could have negotiated a good price for them, especially at the time. I mean, Stranger Things has been a hit from season 1. So I don't know. We've seen these kids grow up literally. So here is a moment with one of the actors. We know him as Lucas, talking about Michael Jackson on a panel. So let's check him out.
Michael Jackson always did like this one move where he always said it. I just love how he did that. He just like engaged with the audience, like, he always hit it. So, but yeah, but that's my favorite dance move, right? Oh, and then when he did the rock, "You Rock My World," when he was like that.
Yeah.
That was sick too. I love that. Yeah.
That's what's up. The estate needs to communicate with the fans more about the business dealings because I feel like they're being dropped in the yes, especially with there's something about this show, like whatever singles they put out. Like, what's that song? If I could, I make a deal with God. I don't remember that song as a kid, but everybody knows that they're going song now. Everybody knows this song. It was used so well. Or what was that song from Turn Around? The Never Ending Story. I do remember that song though. But the point is, it's bringing a resurgence into music that is like 40 years old. And so why not work out a deal with with these people and say, you know what? We see how, how it affects TikTok, how it affects social media. I'm like, I don't know. So before I go, I just want to give myself a shameless plug. I do have a I Love the Jackson Family TikTok account. It's actually my first successful TikTok account. Thanks to you guys. I want to know why they charge Stranger Things so much money just for him to be referenced. Like the Stranger Things, they could have brought so many fans in. Absolutely. And I think that also would have helped us with our Thriller Challenge. All charting music is so different now. You have station heads where it drives the streaming, but the best kind of streaming you want is when it's organic, when people are making shorts out of it, they're doing, like they're going on Spotify. You want it as organic as possible. And it's just like, who knows? I lost faith in MJ Estate a long time ago, but still they always find a way to frustrate fans with the extreme lazy. Ouch. What's up, MJ fangirl? Made it late, but I'm here. I've never seen Stranger Things, but I like to one day. It's definitely the perfect show to watch as we enter the hibernating cold months of winter. Now, granted, you don't live here anymore, but I heard it's a little cold even in warmer places. I have nothing else going on. I mean, of course, you have Christmas, yay! But I mean, after Christmas, granted, the season finale is January 1st, or New Year's Eve. But honestly, I'm like a bear. I hibernate. I love catching up with things like this. So I don't know. So I want to play a clip of my dog watching Stranger Things. My dog watches television. I think it's the best thing about her. Also, before I play that clip, I do have a TikTok on gadgetrish. Now I've been struggling to grow this one, but at least I'm halfway at my goal at 500. I think I'm at 545. You will see me obsess over teddy bear cups that look like sippy cups and Trader Joe bags that cost me $4 or less. It's definitely more of the movie pop culture gadget side of me. But if you are into like the popcorn movie theater culture, usually when I find hard to find buckets, you guys know within, I would say, an hour or less where they are. So I'm trying to get faster about posting, but sometimes I'm in the theater and people get mad about your phone being out. So whatever. So here's a clip of my baby. I love this puppy so much. Watching Stranger Things. This dog is so funny. So Giga is reacting to Stranger Things. Watch her reaction to this scene right here. Ready, y'all? Here we go. What are you mad about? That's my baby. Always mad at something. I think I think that's my highlight. And the thing is funny, I don't understand like why that bothers her so much. Cause usually she's watching the TV. But because I had the camera on her, she's looking at me. But what made me crack up is the minute she heard it, she lost it. I was just like, what? She loves Stranger Things. And the parts that are quote unquote scary, she reacts just like humans. I'm like, what? So freaking cute. Actually, we were watching season 5 together because initially I was going to do a watch party right after this. But I decided to do the watch party another day, maybe a Friday or Sunday. I haven't decided yet. Isn't she funny? Yo, this dog is so funny. Oh, I told my sister today, I said I will probably never get another dog. I don't think no dog could top Giga. So freaking funny. And I don't even know like why she watches TV. I've had several dogs. I've never had one like watch TV with us. So when my uncle takes her, he's like, "Your dog watches TV." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. So cute." So I think that's it. We will have a watch party. Day and time is pending, but we will be watching episode 4 together. That's the one that everyone said it is so peak and so awesome. And so thank God only one thing was spoiled, but I was like, you're not gonna mess up my, I found a way to dodge it. So thank you. She's my world. Well, she's part of my world, but so fun, so cute. And so that is everything going on in the world of Michael Jackson and Stranger Things. If you guys do want to see actually, I'm almost sure my location sold out, but let me just double check something real quick just in case somebody's like, "Oh, I want to meet up." My theater definitely sold out, but I want to just see if there's other shows available just in case. You're like, what are you doing? Because I'll be hanging out for at least an hour ahead trying to avoid that concession stand nonsense. I said, wait a minute, if every show sold out, that means the concession stand's going to be oh, what the hell? Dag. All right, where I'm going to be, there's no shows. All right, so that doesn't make any sense for me to disclose where I'm going to be. None. I'm checking right now. No, that's a lie. I found 3 seats. All right, so if somebody wants to meet up, hit me up on Instagram and I'll disclose it privately. But there's literally only like a handful of seats left. But but honestly, if you are going, go to the theater that's closest to your borough so you can get home safely. You could do an Uber, but they're going to be almost impossible on New Year's Eve and they're going to charge you a lot of money. So that's to keep in mind too. Go to the one that's close to your location because whenever I talk about MJ's estate, my mind always goes to Ghost short film. Why on earth are they keeping Ghost short film private on YouTube? Why can't we just keep it in public? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I wish those are things I wish, like, really. My dog used to bark when she hears Michael Jackson playing on the radio. That's so cute. Are you the ghost of jealousy? Tell me, are you the ghost of jealousy? The business side of Michael, I wish I personally understood. I understand like there's big money and licensing things and people and likenesses and this, that, and the third. But again, especially in the world of Stranger Things, you guys could have negotiated something with them. It just, in my opinion, would have benefited so much to have been featured sooner. But at least we got at least Michael Jackson's name mentioned, The Wiz mentioned, and then you have Rock and Robin. So that's a win is a win. But by the time they try to make it happen, this show was well established. Yeah, I heard they charged them a lot. There's this episode I did, where is it? Like two, almost 3 years ago. Where is it? This one. And when I did my research, it was the estate that made it hard for them to get Michael in there. They tried. They've been tried. So I was like, no way. So now I'm sure they make a lot more money. Netflix is doing so well. They can afford to buy Warner Brothers, or at least they're trying to. So you never know. I can't wait for the upcoming Michael. Man, listen, can we go back to the Mike Gala? What can we go back a little bit? Because I could tell by this setup, 91%, like 99% of you guys are coming from the Jackson side. Have you guys thought about what you want to wear for the biopic? I still haven't figured out what location. I'm going to be honest. Right now, I am in New York to see the biopic. But can I be honest? My gut's telling me I should be in California. And it's like, I do have an uncle out there that I could stay with him. Like if I want to but I'm like, what about my dog? Plus, right now I do take care of somebody who's sick. So I'm like, I really can't leave long. But my gut's telling me to go to California. What a weird feeling. They also keep the full Ghost short film public around Halloween for about 3 days, and then they make it private again. I don't get it. I don't get it either. I think Ghost is one of the best things Michael ever did. Great acting, great makeup, just great everything, great dancing. I still haven't figured out yes. Oh, Bruce, it's the channel listen, you know what I learned from being in TikTok on Gadget Trish? Even if one person new follows you a day, that's still 365 people that's going to follow you, right? 3 new ones. Gadget Trish, I think the problem is, at least from what I could tell from the analytics, it still thinks it's a Jackson family channel. This is so frustrating in real life. I could make all the videos private, but the problem is there's real Jackson family history there. Now, if I can go back in time, I should have just took all the videos down and put it on the I Love the Jackson channel. But now I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. But honestly, I'm probably going to have to do it to fix it, which is so annoying. But for now, I'm going to leave it alone because social media works different. You could have 20 topics. Let's say people came here for Stranger Things, right? It just knows to give you the Stranger Things part of my content. So what I'm gathering, though, when people come to Gadgeters, they're still looking for Jackson family stuff. But the irony is I have a Jackson family channel. So that's the whole point of this dual live. If you are on the Gadgeters YouTube channel and you ain't rocking with gadgets and stuff, just unsubscribe to Gadgetrish and come over to the I Love the Jackson. We have a whole channel now. It's so much confusion on it still. It's weird. I've been doing this channel for like 4 or 5 years. Come on. I've been left it, at least on that level. If Michael Jackson was still alive, I bet the world he would update every music video and short to be the best possible quality. He wouldn't. I think so too. Well, we know Thriller has been updated to 4K/3D. That's freaking awesome. No, I haven't at all. It's like, and it's crazy. I do have friends on the inside, but the problem is, in order for those friends to have the access they have, they still can't tell me anything. So this is where I get kind of frustrating. And I would never ask my friends to like put their access on the line. That doesn't make any sense. The mic out. I love. Yet shout out to Sean Strangeya and Tori. I think Strangeya said, "Oh, let's have a Met Gala," and then Tori said, "No, let's call it a Mike Gala." And I said, that tracks. Hey, Mama, what's good? What's good? We're wrapping up our Stranger Things presentation, but since most of the people are Jackson fans, they're like, "What about that biopic?" I'm waiting though for the next update. Now I'm assuming I bet you my guts tell me the official trailer is going to drop during the Super Bowl weekend. But what do we do between now and then? Oh, also, and honestly, I should have put that out there. Don't forget the Michael Jackson tickets are going to go on sale any day now. I'm ready. I'm ready. I think I have I know I'm just ready. I am so ready. Thank you. But thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. Awesome energy, that's for sure. So I don't know. That's something to be aware of. That tickets going to go on sale any day. If I were you guys, especially since the economy is tough, people are talking about canceling Christmas. If you have family members that insist on buying you something, be like, hey, can I get gift cards to my favorite place? For me personally, it's AMC. I do go to Regal, but not as much as I used to. But Regal's good to have just in case they have exclusive merch. Regal usually has the best merch hands down. So and then you also want Amazon gift cards because they have Michael Jackson jackets. Almost most of my jackets and costumes come from Amazon. Just in case you guys want to do full cosplay. If you want to do gowns, I saw some awesome gowns on Amazon. When Forever 21 existed, I've gotten some of the stuff that I might be wearing for this event. I got in dresses for $5. Another good place to get beautiful sequins dresses, like beautiful, $20 or less, go to Lot Less. You can get like designer stuff for like $10, $20. If I find the stuff that I got from these stores, you've seen me in the stuff. Like I have this sequin dress. I had it on the other day. I got it from like $10 on Lot Less like years ago. And I wear it all the time. I wear it with my glitter loafers. A lot of girls do heels, but I'm going to keep it real with you. If you do not wear heels all the time, just wear some glitter loafers. Wear some glitter Crocs. Who cares? Be comfortable. Because you're going to be up. You're going to be dancing. You want to look good. Like, granted, I have heels on too, but those are heel platforms. Something like that I could wear all the time. I wish they would add better descriptions and captions to all the music videos. I've seen many reactors confused about the lyrics when I didn't know that, especially for They Don't Care About Us. I had no idea. Good feedback. Maybe they could make some changes. Maybe they'll give us another teaser next weekend. Avatar comes out in SpongeBob. Heck yeah. I did book tickets for Avatar, but not SpongeBob. I just think I'm just pressed for time. So for Christmas, our family Christmas party is in a week. So I don't have much to cook, but I'm the co-host. I still got to put like things together, and then I make my mom's broccoli deluxe dish every year, so I have to cook that. And then I have Christmas itself. I have a feeling I'm going to be with my sick relative, but then after that, I might come and do Stranger Things watch party. I just don't know if I want to we'll see. If I can get the day off, if I can get the day after Christmas off, then I'll do a watch party because I don't want to be tired for work. Like my line of work, you can't be tired or you'll be cranky. Yes. So broccoli deluxe is a dish that came out from the Betty Crocker cookbook back in the 80s. And my mom was the only person that made it. It's made with broccoli, cream cheese, sauce, onions, breadcrumbs, and I think that's the bulk of it. It looks crazy in real life, but it's one of the best things I've ever ate. So me being the only vegan in the house, I found a way to make it taste like my mom's. I think it was the first dish that I made. It mimicked her to the T, but my mom used to have me make it every freaking Christmas of my life for like 40, let me see, minimum 40 Christmases. Like as soon as I learned how to cook, she had me do it. So, even though my aunt's doing pizza and salad for our Christmas party, I want to give my nephew a pan of the dish. Like it's a way of remembering her. And I want to make a dish for my aunt, of course, a dish for myself, and I'll probably bring a dish for my sick relatives. So it's really good. Um hopefully when I go to California, I can make it for you, MJ fangirl. I can make it like another thing you could try. It's so freaking good. It never fails. Like when my cousins were younger, they were like, "This looks crazy," and now they look forward to that dish because they're like, "It's really good." So it's so good, and it's funny in real life. I never had a chance to tell you, MJ fangirl. Years ago, MJ fangirl told me, "Trisha, get a sensitivity test. I have a feeling you're having food sensitivity." So a partner, a company called A Healthy Crush or Alkaline Electric, Electric, they reached out to me and they said, "Look, we'll give you the kit. Let's just collab on a few things." Boom. Come to find out, I'm sensitive to every meat you can think of. Walnuts, tomatoes, cream cheese, but I don't eat, dairy anymore. Most dairies, um, cilantro. And if anybody ever sees me, I always got walnuts or most apples. I was just like, that explains. So it might be a reason why the stomach is it can't go down. Just imagine slowly like eating food every day that's irritating your system every day. And of course I eat big portions. I'm not supposed to have chickpeas or black beans or kidney beans. I was just like, that's 90% of my diet. So now I have to learn how to eat all over again. I ain't gonna lie, I'm low-key frustrated, but at least somebody said, "I think I know what's wrong with you. I'm going to help you out." So I look forward to sharing my experience once everything is out. But MJ fangirl Ben told me to get this test. She was so right on that. She was right on this and many other things. It's super good. Like, ugh. Now the only issue with mine is made with nuts because the butter. So I use my Yoko butter. Tastes just like cow's butter, but a lot of people are allergic to nuts. If I had to figure out how to make it nut free, I'm sure I could. But it's chef kiss delicious. Well, that's funny. I didn't know when the full trailer will drop. I'd be honest, iconically, that would make more sense. Why? Because you're closer to the date of the actual biopic, and the Super Bowl it's just an iconic thing to do. Michael Jackson changed the whole Super Bowl culture. Why not drop that trailer that day? Who knows? I don't know. Hey, what's up? I love that when you come out and when we have to do a studio collab. Heck yeah. Unfortunately, though, I did lose the tier that I had before, so I can't do any more collabs in that way. But hopefully, I'll make more money and put the service back on. I think it was a great service because it gives the people I collab with credit for doing a live. You spend the time to be here with me. Why not get the credit with me? So I'm going to be 2 years. Oh, that's what's up. What's up, Carol? Yeah, it explains a lot. I've been hospitalized for 3 decades now over mysterious pains that nobody can find. 3 decades. I think it makes sense because, of course, when I wasn't vegan, I was eating all the meats that were irritated and dairy. And now that I'm vegan, I'm still eating stuff that's irritating my system. So, and to be honest, I'm still eating stuff that's irritating my system. Like, I'm not supposed to have most wheats, even spelt. Now, spelt's Dr. Sabi approved. I'm not supposed to have spelt, but that's how I make my fried. It's a mess. I'm just going to enjoy my holiday and we'll worry about taking stuff out in January. I'm just over it. I just eat less food and just call it a day. I'm expecting the trailer to release around New Year's in the middle. That would be cool too. We don't know what the strategy is. We just know that when that teaser came out, it hit records. We're not surprised. We're not surprised. So that was, I think that's it for now. We might have a special holiday live next week. I hopefully Tori can join me for that one. I don't think Tori watches Stranger Things, so there's that. I don't mind indulging, but because the pain is getting worse, and of course they don't see what's causing the pain. I've even done scans. I've done I forget what they call. They checked everything. My tubes, my uterus, you name it, because they were like, we can't find what's causing it. It's not fibroids. It's just this weird pain on the right. And so the lady that I'm working with, she says it takes up to 7 years for your body to properly heal. But for now, they're just asking me to take this stuff out for like 3 to 6 months to see if it makes any improvement. The real issue is, for those who've been following me on the vegan channel, I've been in the gym like hardcore for like 6 months, and my stomach barely moved. Now my legs look phenomenal, but I mean, I don't want to like have a little legs and a big stomach. Like, the main issue is my stomach. It's causing problems. So can't fit my clothes, just shaped a little weird. I don't know. Gotta work on that. But trust me, I overindulge a little too much. Like, even when I eat healthy food, I eat so much of it. So I guess I have to learn to eat portions and just take out the sensitivity stuff for a couple of months. So I'm probably gonna lose weight because I don't know what to eat. No, I'm just kidding. I use AI to help figure out what I could eat. It said I could eat hemp seeds for protein, and I think quinoa, teff. It's a couple of things I legitly have in the house. So we'll see. Oh, that's hard. Favorite song from each album. Off the Wall, I Can't Help It. Thriller. I'm gonna say Human Nature. That's the first thing I thought of. Bad. Liberian Girl. Dangerous. Remember the Time. History. Oh, that's a good one. History. They Don't Care About Us. Blood on a Dance Floor. I'm drawing a blank on that one. Invincible. I would say it's a tie between Butterflies and what's that other song? It's a slow song. It's like one of those two-step songs. Huh. Yeah, offhand, that's as good as I can get. But go for it. No way. Wait, who has cancer? Thank you, Carol. I appreciate you. Wait a minute, who has cancer? Whoever has cancer, because I don't want to put this up, 'cause I don't want to cause confusion. Have you looked into alternative medicine? I would suggest getting a sensitivity test, so your body can have the most optimized foods in your system. And I can't say too much because I'm not a herbalist or a nutritionist or certified. But what I would say is start looking into optimizing your environment and your food. The person in my family that I see every week, they're in stage 4 right now. And we were able to get more weight on him because he lost too much weight, dangerously low weight. Um, we're doing a lot of things with him, but cancer is very complicated in real life. There's not a one size fits all. What works for one person may not work for another, but whoever, wow, I'm sorry, and we're rooting for you. I just don't want to cause confusion. Oh wow, that's a tough one. Who has cancer? Oh my Lord. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm so sorry to hear that. But your mindset is so important into healing. For what it's worth, most of the people in my family that had cancer was able to beat it. Like 90%. The only person who didn't is just because they found out too late. But if you ever want to like talk privately, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. We could do a video chat, and I could even have you maybe look into the company I'm collabing with. Again, it's not a cure. It's just giving your body the tools, the most optimized stuff to help it heal. And again, nothing's guaranteed, not even medicine or treatments. But we're all praying for you for sure. Oh man. Wow. Man, what a year. Just glad you're here and we're rooting for you, man. And again, if you there's certain days I'm always around, just let me know. And like I said, maybe get you to someone that might better help you out for sure. Mindset is definitely important. Absolutely. To the relative that we're seeing all the time, they've been in stage 4 for 5 years now. Unfortunately, the irony, June 25th, the body started getting paralyzed on one side. So that's where we're coming in. They have a caretaker and stuff like that. But what's beautiful about the situation, clearly something is working. It's just there was a lot of nerve damage from the chemo and stuff. So, one day at a time. And I'm happy to say, man, we stage 4 at 5 years. That's beating all odds. It's just we're praying for a miracle. Like I did try to have him reach out to the herbalist that I'm working with for my condition. I can't say he's not into that stuff. He's just not open to it now. So what I also believe is sometimes God can cure you of things that only God can cure you of. If that makes any sense. So I'm praying for miracles beyond miracles, to be honest. Living is tricky, and we all, unfortunately, will have something to fight. But, my case, trying to get rid of a mystery pain, your case, trying to reverse cancer. These things are complicated sometimes. Let me see. I had a lot of cancer this year. One of my cousins, Joey, didn't make it. Sorry to hear about your cousin Joey. I don't know if you're close to your cousins like I am, but my cousins are like siblings to me. So sorry that Joey lost the battle. I feel for their caretakers because they are so strong. Yeah. Well, it's so weird. I mean, I can reveal this now because, I don't think my family would mind. My grandmother was the one who didn't make it. But I think my grandmother's death and just how the whole process was prepared me for anybody else who got it after. So I'm not going to lie. Let's be honest. When you see a family member getting too skinny, I ain't going to lie. The first time I saw my relative in their new body, of course I cried. But then, once in a while, I literally cry out to God and I said, God, please help us find clinical trials or something that can help them. This person's seriously stronger than most. The type of cancer they have, they're not even supposed to be alive right now. And the fact that they're gaining weight, I think they gained 12 plus pounds since we've been with them. I would love to do a service helping people get good weight back on. Because one thing about me, like people are fascinated that I'm a vegan and I'm still so big. It's just because I eat very calorie dense foods. Like the lady I'm working with, she was telling me to stop eating nuts in general. She said they're too high in calories. It's going to slow down the weight loss or keep you in maintenance load. So that's bad for me, but I'm helping people like him gain weight because I just eat. So for example, I made my mom's chili with walnuts, meat, kidney beans, and some other stuff. The calories in the walnut meat is so much denser than regular meat. And so the person loved it. First, they didn't even know it was vegan. And second of all, it's a cleaner meat. It's easier for the body to fight than, let's say, cow's meat. So if anybody wants to back my company up, I would love to be a chef for people who need to gain weight. 'Cause especially when you do chemo and stuff, sometimes you lose weight, you lose your appetite. I would love to specialize in that. So crazy. Oh, isn't the laughter the most important part of the process? Um, my relative is such a clown and so funny. And yeah, of course we have bad days. Don't get it wrong. When the pain gets too much, it does, the laughter stops. But let's say I visit this person 50 times, 48 was filled with laughter. Like, all we do is like, cook them food, watch TV, crack jokes, um, share stories. Oh my gosh, they love, especially when all the relatives are together, they like to share stories how life was in the 80s and 90s when, because they're adults versus me being a kid. It's just great stories and stuff. So, oh wow. No way. Um, oh wow. And see, you're the person I would love to cook for. Cause I'm like, I'm the opposite. Like I can't lose weight because I eat so dense. I don't know if your appetite's gone, because I know that's a trick too. Initially, the relative that we were helping had no appetite, so then I did like these drinks to help with that, and then the rest is history. They started eating. But yeah, please let me know like if there's anything I can do to help. Um, we could even do what do you call it, online cooking together, and I could show you how I make the walnut meat, or maybe I'll just start making posts. Because even though I can't eat, like I saying, can't eat walnuts, I shouldn't be eating walnuts. I still got to cook for them. So whenever I make their meals, maybe I could, because I know everybody's like, oh, I thought you're trying to lose weight. I said, yes, I'm trying to lose weight, but everybody else in my life is trying to gain weight. That's so scary. My dad was always drinking in short to boost up his appetite during the chemo. So the trick with Ensure, which I'm so confused about, because that's what I gave my relative too. Milk causes, I don't know if I can say on YouTube, but put it like this: I wouldn't do Ensure. If the person likes coconut milk, get full fat coconut milk, preferably not in a can, and make the drinks with that. You know how much good fat is in coconut milk? And then you can put bananas and strawberries. If you have the sea moss, put sea moss in there. Um, and then again, like for my relative, we had to put their medication. It's complicated. There is no one size fits all. Like, for example, everything I take for my kidney health is very bad for my relative. So I'm glad I looked into like that. Everything needs to be very tailored. But I would honestly get away from the milk. That's all I'm going to say, if possible. You want to be as close to plant-based as possible, especially when you're fighting stuff like that. Yeah, let me know, man. One of my coworkers, same issue, underweight. I was making these, I was putting chickpeas in his drinks, bananas, like I was putting very calorie dense stuff in his stuff, and just it helped a lot, because especially when you lose your appetite, the main issue is you don't even want to eat. So if you don't eat, drink your calories, and drink as much as you can. You're going to put hemp seeds in there. It's complete protein, coconut milk, bananas. And again, if you can afford to do a sensitivity test, you take a clip of your hair, you send it to this company, they send you a layout of what you're sensitive to. You're going to stay away from the foods you're sensitive, because it's going to give your body a better chance to heal. So yes, please reach out to me either on Green is the New Lean, or any of my Instagrams, and like I said, we could set up get some things moving as quickly as possible. And if you don't have the energy to cook, like my relative pays someone to be with them, we could teach that person how to do everything. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think mindset is key though. And then the rest will fall into place. Good prayers, praying for guidance, praying for someone to come in your path that can help you. But definitely, man, we're rooting for you. Oh man. But it's this is makes this like and it's not just you, it's a lot of people, specifically with cancer, that is fighting for their lives. Like there's so many theories to it, but the air, the water, the food, the check. It's just so many things. So no, we're rooting for you, babe. We truly are. And if there's anything I can do, like this is going to actually motivate me to get more videos up, because it's so funny. Yeah, I need to lose weight, but everybody else in my life needs to gain weight. The irony of this, especially because of these treatments, it's too hard on them. So that's I'm glad everybody's here to send Sophie healing love, man. I had no idea. I was like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? So I think we're going to end on that. There's nothing wrong ending on real life situations, because at the end of the day, we're all fighting a battle that only we understand, whether it's a battle with internally or physically or spiritually or with your health. We're all dealing with something. So I honestly want to end it on a real life note, because yeah, we come here to get away from it, but when you're dealing with stuff all the time, you still got to go back to what you're dealing with, and that's part of the journey. Yes, praying for healing and positive vibes for anyone dealing with hard stuff. Absolutely. And always. So we will definitely be back. Don't know when. Oh, that's awesome. Happy to be 31 again. Oh, happy 31st. Hope you get to do something special for yourself. Like, most of my birthdays I'm by myself by choice. I don't know what. It's so funny. I went from being a clingy, annoying, I always got to be with people, to like, nah, I'm good. But I think, honestly, I'm more of an introvert than not. And so I realized during the pandemic that I was happier in solitude. And so I pretty much kind of changed into who I am now. Right? It's like 31st. Oh, to be young again. At least I'm young at heart. So everyone, keep Sophie in your prayers, and pray that the right people come across their path. The mindset's there. The rest is history. He went through surgery, chemo, and later radiation, which kept it under control for a while, but over time it spreads below my lungs, mainly his bones and liver. It's crazy. And you would think with AI and all the tools that we have, why haven't you released the cure for cancer? So now the treatment is just slowing it down and maintaining symptoms. He's only left a few months. Wow. It's tough. Keep praying for the miracles. They do exist. They really do. I'm like I said, the person I'm with now statistically shouldn't be here, but they are. So I said, well, maybe God's gonna pull that miracle for them. So I definitely sorry you guys are going through this stuff, especially during the holidays and just on top of all the stress that's coming with 2025. It's tough. That's really sad. Mm-mm. If anybody wants to reach out to me, to reach out to the company I'm partnering with, I get no affiliates. The only thing they're providing is services for me to heal. But I've been a customer for a few years now, and so if you want to do a food sensitivity test and then take those results to your doctor, maybe they can come out with a game plan, or see if your doctors can give you a food sensitivity test. And so this way your body can have the most optimized food for you. And I could give you tips on how I'm learning how to eat all over again. It's tricky because I'm like, oh, I can't have half the foods that I eat on top of me being vegan, which took away a nice chunk of my food as it was. But when you're trying to get better, you're going to do the most you can to heal, if that makes sense. Oh, all right, guys, I'm gonna end on that note. And again, anybody who wants to reach out to me about the company I'm partnering with, or if you could just reach out to your doctor and request, if it's in your medical plan, for food sensitivity tests, so you could see what's irritating your system and see if there's anything nutritionists can do to help optimize your healing. So yeah. Oh, okay. It's trust me, me dealing with a relative, I 100% get it. All right, guys, see you soon, and happy healing. And yeah, bye to both Gadgetrish and the I Love the Jackson channel. And thank you guys. This was cool to do. Bye. And thank you guys for the super chats as well.